It's showtime. What's up, peeps? What's going on, y'all? All right, so this live is going to be completely different from all the rest of the lives that I used to do. Let me check the audio real quick. The audio is good. All right, so this live is going to be completely different from all the other lives that I normally do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be actually doing a reaction to Kevin Samuels' video. It's titled "Women Don't Need to Bring Anything." It's supposed to be to the table, I thought. Yeah, don't need to bring anything to the table, I believe. Now, y'all know we've been hearing this a lot come from people like Steve Harvey. It was a few people. Was it Charlemagne? You know what? I'm just gonna stick with the Steve Harvey situation. But yeah, man, we've been hearing this a lot from some beta simp males, man, and we need to address this thing. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
Good. How old are you?
Respectful.
38,
38. Single or married?
Single.
divorced.
Single.
All right. What do you got? We're talking about side chicks or wives, but pretty much anything at this point.
Well, I've been on both sides of the spectrum, so point I
You
just
think you think modern women would rather be or better cut out to be side chick or chicks or wives?
well, I think
Answer the question.
all women deserve to be a wife.
Nope. Gotta stop it right there, man. You don't deserve anything. All right. You work for what you want in life. Don't nobody just automatically deserve anything.
But
Hold on. Oh, please. Why? Why?
why? Well,
Mhm.
because every woman should experience that. Just because they have, how the other girl was saying, she had a bad mouth and all that. Some maybe it's a man out there that can correct it.
What?
That's my thought process on that. And that
And unfortunately, you got a younger version of her back there listening to this mess. Oh my goodness. Please.
But why does I'm
My God.
understanding deserve to be a wife?
Kev, you got to check on. I mean, I hear the what's the name, but check her on what she just said. A guy is supposed to correct that? No, no, ma'am.
well, because
Deserve to be a wife. Deserve is an entitlement. That means you don't have to work or earn it. You're just given it. Why should all women be given the title of wife?
well, I don't think it should be given. But
You said deserve, and I want to be clear. Deserve
It say
to have something or to show qualities worthy. Reward.
It's a reward.
What do you mean by deserve? To be worthy of. Merit deserves a chance. So women deserve to be a wife. Okay. Do men deserve
to be,
sex?
yeah, absolutely,
They do?
yeah.
Mm.
I,
All men deserve sex.
yes, why? That's a part of it.
Oh, my bad. I'm just laughing at Kevin's face.
No, I mean not from his wife. Do men deserve sex, period? From women.
Yeah,
Come on.
So any man that wants to sleep with you, you give it to him, cousin.
that's no. I just not any man that wants to sleep with me, but I'm just saying.
But you said all men deserve sex, so that means there has to be a woman to get. So a man can come up to you and say, "I'm a man, I deserve sex," and you're like, "Yeah, you do. Here you go."
It doesn't have to be for me,
Ma'am, you're not making any sense.
but I don't believe that men should be. If they're interested in a woman and they pursue her, at some point they do deserve sex.
No, okay, that's different.
I,
But that's different. But you said
What deserve? Like you come straight in the doggone door. See, now she's talking about time spent. So that man's been spending some time, maybe some resources or something in order to get that. So it's just not given to him. He actually has to work for it. I don't think she understands what deserve really means.
you believe all women deserve to be wives, and a wife is an honor title.
it is
Mm-hmm.
Then why do you deserve an honor?
because all women, a lot of women feel like they're honorable women and like they're
I
doing.
don't give a shit.
You don't care about what you feel.
I feel like, man, you went to school. Were you on the honor roll?
Me, no.
Okay. You do know what the honor roll is, though.
Yes.
Why weren't you on the honor roll?
I was a bad child.
Mm.
I mean, a bad,
Okay. But in your scenario, you deserve to be on the honor roll.
I did, but I didn't work hard for it.
Mm.
You didn't deserve to be on the honor roll if you didn't do the work.
Exactly.
So, ma'am, you must do the work before you deserve. You don't deserve anything. You earn.
Okay, well, maybe I used the wrong word.
Okay.
So, what do you think all women deserve? I mean, all women. You think every woman on this planet should have a shot at should get married?
Yeah, I do. Every woman deserves a shot at being married. They do.
Can't make that up.
You can't make it up.
Do you have any sons?
No, I have 2 daughters.
Thank you. That's why you talking this shit.
Oh,
Because if you had sons, you'd say, hey, well, you know what, son? Go ahead and marry her. Forget what she brings to the table. She deserves to be married.
Mm.
watch.
Deserve, man.
My bad, y'all. I'm trying to figure out Kevin's little setup over here, man, for real. So I guess now he can see, because normally he'll look to the side and make sure they're still there. But I guess
Deserve is something you earn.
Okay.
Do men just deserve sex, or do they earn? We have to earn the right to have sex. Meaning, you're not supposed to be able to have sex unless you can actually provide for a woman and take care of the child that springs forth, right?
Right.
Okay, but in your scenario, all that stuff don't need to be there. I just have a penis, you got a vagina, I deserve it.
Well, I think he took what I said out of context, but
Okay.
and I
don't think all women deserve to be married.
I don't think that he took anything that she said out of context. I think that, he took it for face value. You said that women deserve. So he was like, okay, so let's see, what does the word deserve mean? And now, what did you mean when you said that, because you have plenty of time to explain yourself. What do you mean? Okay, you didn't use the right word. So what do you mean? What do you mean when you say that?
All women are wives.
all women aren't wives. You're right about.
And
Maybe I should.
okay,
They deserved it because all women aren't wives. You're right.
well, if all women aren't wives, then all women don't deserve to be married.
You're right.
Because that means some men will be marrying women that were not wives.
Right.
See, you women's advocates always are looking out for the woman's side. You don't look out for the men's side.
I do look out for the men's side a lot.
Man, come on, fam. Come on, fam.
There are a lot of men out here,
Okay.
the things that they desire as well.
So you are a divorcee.
Yes.
Damn. She did say that. I forgot all about that. Did she leave him? And why did she leave him?
You have 2 daughters. Is that her back there?
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Okay. Father involved in the life?
He's deceased. He died 2 years ago.
Oh,
okay.
But he was.
Are you raising your daughters to be wives?
Yes, I am. My daughter is on honor roll.
What? Yep. What? Are you raising your daughters to be wives? Yes, I am. She should have stopped at that right there. Like, what they say, boy, you give somebody a shovel and they will dig their own doggone grave. My daughter is on the honor roll. That has absolutely, you could be raising a smart, intelligent, great young lady. That does not mean that you are raising a wife, raising her to be a wife. Break it down.
That's a good student. That's not necessarily a wife.
And she's on honor roll. She
Nothing to do with a wife.
has a nice personality. She's smart. She works hard.
Okay.
Sounds like a decent human being.
Great
But
person.
that is not a wife. What is a wife?
There we go. Somebody that was married. Let's see. Hopefully she, please, Lord, put your hands together. Come on.
She cooks. She's domesticated.
She's a helpmeet to a man.
Mm-hmm.
She cooperates with him. So all the things you just ran down was a citizen.
Right.
But raising a daughter to be a wife means you're preparing her to be in partnership with a man for a lifetime.
To get under a man's program, to get with a guy's program, to learn how to cooperate with a man, to allow that man to lead, a man that she picked to spend the rest of her life with.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're saying you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of talks about relationship there?
Let me tell you something. I wish our daughter would have turned around. Ma, you ain't never said no. Sure. Uh-oh.
We have really long talks about relationships.
What's the
And
conversation about?
you know, the things that should be accepted and shouldn't be accepted, and what you should to have
You kind of broke up. I couldn't hear what you should what?
to do as a woman to make sure that she's the wife that a man needs.
Okay.
At the time of when that time comes.
Okay. About what age do you think that time should come?
18, 21?
For her, I hope it's like 30.
Whoa, good grief.
What about your
Damn.
other daughter?
She is 19 and she's on the spectrum. She likes girls.
Okay. So you want your daughter to be an old woman when it comes to be married?
No, I want her to have I want her to be educated. I want her to
You want her to focus on her education, focus on her career. Oh my man, bro, you can't make this up, man. You're raising your daughter to be a wife. She just said she's raising her daughter to be a wife. But in the same breath, you're saying that you want your daughter to be married by 30. In the meantime, she should be focusing on education and career.
have a college degree before she gets married.
Why?
So that she has that certificate, so that she has that knowledge.
What does a college degree have to do with a husband?
Well, maybe she'll find her husband in college.
And she's not going to graduate till 30?
And
I was just about to say that.
No. But if she wants,
then why so long?
Well, because I just
be honest. You want your daughter to go out here in the world and get some notches up under her belt, to get more mileage put on her, instead of telling her, listen, hey, while you're in college, don't be closed off. All right. It's a lot of our women's counterparts that literally, like, when they're in college, like, okay, listen, I'm actively looking for a husband. The goal is definitely to graduate. All right. I'm here, I'm going to do my work or whatever. But in the meantime, between time, I'm looking for a guy's program that I can get up under. Somebody that I respect, someone that I value, someone that values me. But again, you got young women, or you got young ladies like this girl's mom that has been married. And she's telling her, you should be married. Yeah, let's say get married around 30. Instead of telling her to laser and focus on getting married while she's in her prime.
I expect for her to pursue school for actually.
And what? She's going to get a master's, a PhD? What?
I'm a PhD.
Yes.
And then how? And is she going to use that? Is she going to use that PhD to work?
But point, like,
you can't make it up. You can't make it up. So, in other words, you're raising your daughter to be another one of these single women.
Yep, modern day woman.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Why?
Because the focus is not being a wife. The focus is, again, you're talking about she should be married at 30. It don't take that damn long to get a college degree. Like, why in the world? I don't understand why, while you're in school, you can't get with a guy, marry him, and then continue to. Why in the world are they putting, or she's raising her daughter to be a wife, but it sounds like she wants her daughter to put that thing on the back burner until she's older. 30 is older.
Because 30 is old for marriage, ma'am.
Is it? I didn't think that was old.
What age is geriatric pregnancy typically starts for a woman?
33, 35.
19.
Geriatric pregnancy, meaning old pregnancy.
Oh,
35. So
35.
if she gets married at 30,
I thought it was 40.
You ain't even.
like you need to go back to school.
Oh, oh, man. What I'll tell you, he be showing out, man.
Man, 30 years old, what you're doing is you're raising your daughter to get out here, to go get a college degree, to live her life, to experience it, and to get out here and have her fun and be an independent woman. And then you think at 30, she's going to turn around and be able to pick a man off the tree. That's not how that works.
Nope.
You're not really raising your daughter to be a wife. You're raising your daughter to be an independent, modern woman.
Okay. I'm listening.
Yeah, and that's why one in four Black women will never marry in their lifetime because of what you're talking about. Because when I asked you if you're raising your daughter to be a wife, you started citing her education. The first thing, if you watch my show, that's why this whole sound
I'm a PhD.
is so funny, because that's what you ladies tend to think we about. You don't go to school to get a bachelor's, a master's, and a PhD. All that student loan debt, unless you're rich. You're gonna have student loan debt, right?
Huh.
Then who's gonna have to pay that? She gonna just drop it on her husband? Because you can't be a professional and a mother. You got to pick. So you're gonna have 4, 6, 8 years of college
80,000.
to what? Just go be a mom? No, that's not how that works. You're raising her to survive the world alone.
Man, listen, I hate to keep stopping it, but listen, he is dropping some freaking gems right now. And for the people that just want to listen, just to listen to him, whatever, y'all really need to grasp what he's trying to get these young ladies to understand. Like, again, these are freaking gems, man. She's leading with that young girl's education, and think that you become, you're a good person and all this other stuff, and you focus on your education without looking at the bigger picture. If you're trying to be someone's wife and you're focusing on all of these things, you need to understand later on in life, after you get that certificate or after you get that title or whatever, and you're going to school, you're picking up a lot of debt. For what? What are you picking up all that debt for? To just be a wife? Are you picking up, like, what is the reason why you are pushing education so much? What's the reason why? If the goal is to be wife, to be married to someone that she values, maybe even a guy that's able to take care of the household, take care of her. So now you're telling me, because let's keep it a band, right? Let's be honest. Most people that are going to college aren't going to college for, you know what I'm saying, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, like the jobs that actually pay. And most people are going there to get, man, I don't want to call out people's degrees, because listen, you go to school for whatever reason, but most people are getting BS degrees that they don't even use after 4, 6, 8 years of going to college. I have so many people that I know, so many people that I don't know, that I have spoken with. You got people that go to college and rack up $50,000, $60,000 in debt and literally go work at a fast food restaurant. Bro, that's not the move, man. All I'm saying is have a freaking plan. It has to be a reason to the madness. Don't just be going to college just to go to college. Don't just go to college just to pick up. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh Lord, we got a. Hold on, 1 second, guys. Let me take this.
Nothing in what you said have you talked about, I'm raising her to learn how to cooperate with a man.
You're right.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is what I'm gonna be talking about tomorrow night. Why your mothers fail you, ladies.
Okay.
Mothers fail their daughters in this way. You teach them how to be independent. And then you wonder why they can't find men. You say you talk about relationships. Okay. What do you talk about relationships with her? You say in order to know what you need to do for that man, you tell her what to look for in a man.
Hmm.
Okay, but what do you tell her to do for a man?
To be submissive.
What does that mean?
To be submissive to him as you are to God.
Okay, submissive. What does submissive mean to you?
My bad, guys. I had to take a quick little phone call. My fault. But we are back, man. All right, so he's talking about submissive. Okay. I have kind of strayed away from the word submissive because it is so freaking triggering for a lot of people. I just say cooperative. Cooperative. Learn how to cooperate with a man. Like that's it, man. And all of that combative, going back and forth, and all the other stuff. If you can just be cooperative, learn how to cooperate with a man, you will be so much further ahead of these other young women. I'm telling you, the goal is not to blend in. The goal is to stick out. And if you follow a suit, doing the same thing that these other women are doing out here, those men are going to do the exact same thing that they do to most women. I'm gonna kick it with you. I'm gonna break you off with a little something. I might chill, stick around for a little while, but the chances of you getting anything else besides that, you might even be a girlfriend for a month, a year, or two, or whatever. But the end goal is not gonna be marriage, especially if you are moving and acting like these other young ladies out here. A lot of people want to call guys dumb and all this, that, and the third, but they got to have some sense because again, most guys are choosing not to get married. Like, no, I'm good on that, fam. Hey,
So she's so submissive as you are to God. So that means she
I,
submits to her husband. So that means she submits to her husband like God.
as she would to God, yeah, because if she has God in her life, then her husband second.
Say the what?
If she's submissive to God first, then her husband would come second.
Ooh, no, not really. That's not how that works.
Okay, well, teach me.
That's not how that works. Your husband comes first.
Okay.
You submit to the God in your husband. See, this is why you guys got to tune in tomorrow because I don't sense that you're being malicious, man.
Okay.
But you ladies were taught wrong.
yeah, and I will say this, and this is me actually giving her props. Most women, after hearing some of the things that he has said, would have been extremely combative, would have been extremely argumentative about the things, but she's actually taking. And again, this was a married young lady. Take notes now. Again, she may have seen things wrong or looked at things wrong, but she's not coming across as being, again, aggressive or anything like that. She's taking the information like, okay, I didn't think about it like that, and I respect your opinion. Cooperative. Learning how to be cooperative with a young man or with a man, not being combative, not being argumentative, not being aggressive and masculine.
You're teaching your daughter.
All wrong. So I'm not.
I'm saying I know. That's why I said you're not being malicious. I'm saying you're not.
And
it's
I
just
honestly have tried to change the dynamics because I was taught so wrong.
Right. So this is what I'll be talking about.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Again, even though she came in and she, it's a lot of things I don't agree with her on about her raising her daughters to be our daughter to be a wife, but I do appreciate women like this that actually come in to have a conversation, to listen, of course get their stuff all out on the table, voice their opinion or whatever, but still allowing people to talk, allowing a man to talk. And this is open dialogue. I love it, man.
Tomorrow, the Black community, to break the civil rights movement, it was blunted with two things: feminism and liberal theology. Black women they used the church to separate black men and black women under this notion of equality. Black women have always been educated and always, but never go to, most women go to school to find a husband. Black women are going.
And the reason why I stopped at this time is because I've heard so many different stories. I used to sit up under my grandmother a lot and listen to like different stories. It was a lot of women that knew how to read and their husbands didn't. It was a lot of women that taught their husbands how to read. Because if you think about it, slavery and all that other stuff, when men were at a certain age, like they're going straight into the field. You know what I mean? And the women, I'm not going to say all of them, but, sometimes actually took care of I don't like to say the masters, but took care of the slave owners' household, took care of their children. You know what I mean? And they picked up on a lot of different things, and they had to have a little bit more sense than, of course, the men that are out there that are just basically picking cotton. Working was a priority for the men, and nurturing and doing all these things. It still was, a part of the women
to prove they don't need them. And when you talk about submission to your husband, but to Christ first. You submit to the God in your husband.
You're right.
Okay. Domestically, does your daughter know how to cook?
Yeah, she's cooking right now.
Okay.
Cool. How long were you married?
I was with him for 13 years and we were married 5.
Okay.
Did they watch you actually cooperate with him in the household?
Yes.
All right.
And I'm not negating. And let me tell you something. I believe what she is saying when it comes to these things, because she doesn't come across as one of the women that he normally has on his show.
Women need to talk to their daughters about how to live and cooperate with a man,
Mm-hmm.
not what to expect the man to do for them.
Man, listen, good grief. Whew. It's crazy to me how you have some women that grow up in a 2-parent household, and you would think that some of those young ladies would understand what it is to be cooperative with a man, with a husband, know how to operate. And you would think, after a certain amount of time that they would convert back to their quote unquote roots or whatever. But man, the way that everything is going right now, man, I can understand why a lot of men are choosing to stay single, because, whew, man.
Women today are expecting men to do for them while they do this. And due respect, this going to school, she's 15. You know what she wants to go to school for?
Nope.
She's in school for like biological science right now.
But if she went to college, do you know what she'd want to go for?
I'm not sure what she wants to go for right now.
I'm gonna just tell you right now, I have a 21-year-old. And I'm gonna tell you, college is useless unless you're really going for science, engineering, technology, math, some sort of professional degree.
Mm-hmm. STEM, what I just been talking about, man. STEM. If you honestly want to get hired, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the jobs that they pay quick. STEM.
Right.
And if you're going to school for communications, communications is one of the largest communications, sociology, psychology, criminal justice. These are 4-degree paths that are dominated by Black women.
And
you go and accrue college debt and end up.
And what pisses me off, man, I'm just like, you're wasting. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm just gonna speak freely. You are wasting your damn time going to school for those degrees, and then they get out and they're only making $40,000, $50,000. You could literally go be a freaking janitor working at a college or a security guard working at freaking the hospital or something like that and make either that amount or more without without a degree or anything like that. Instead of wasting your time, I don't understand it, man. Y'all, the reason why I'm so passionate about this, man, because I see a lot of young ladies going down or have went down the same route, and they're feeding this nonsense and this bull to the next generation, and they're following the suit, believing them. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to be funny. Well, maybe I am, but look at those those ladies. Most of those ladies were told to focus on your career, focus on the money, focus on education, and then go get you a husband. Those same exact women were told that they did it, and they're in their mid to late 30s, somewhere in their early 40s. Oh my God. And they are telling these women the exact same thing. Hot girl summer this.
Up getting locked into 40 some odd $1,000 a year, $50,000 a year jobs with a ton of debt.
I'll just say.
You should watch my platform more, because you will start to hear women come on and say they wish they had been told not to get into so much student loan debt, to learn how to cooperate with the men, just like Becky, Marisol, Marlene, and Jamila, not delaying marriage until 20, 30 years old.
30.
If you work in corporate America and your daughter comes out of school at 22, 21 to 23, she'll go to work and she'll see her non-Black counterparts going to weddings between the ages of 23 and 26, while Black women are going out to have hot girl summers. And then by the age of 27 to 30 is when they finally start to think about slowing down. But that's after relationships that are broken up, with no commitment, no strings, and really never learning how to cooperate with the man. And at 30, you really start having women starting to feel like they need to slow down or settle. Then they look back at the men that they want to marry, and because they have a certain standard of life, they've been on their own for so long, they want men to have at least what they have or more, which is natural hypergamy. But then that means you only have a small sliver of men to choose from. The older you are, the longer you wait, the smaller your marital pool gets. It is more likely that in her college years, she will meet a suitable man to marry if he's a young man. But then that means you have to worry, build, and grow. Most women don't want their daughters to marry a young man because he's too young. You don't want her to marry an older man because that really should be your man. So these women are getting told, wait.
Listen, she really seems like a sweet lady, man. She's laughing because she like, yo, he is speaking facts right now. Everything that he is saying, we are doing right now. I'm probably doing. I've probably done that. I thought that I had the answers, and I guarantee you, you got a lot of women that will take that knowledge and start to move different. Especially those women that are kind of like on the fence, wives, women that are wives, you know what I mean? Because when women that are wives will take information and they will sit on it and be like, you know what? I may not like what he said. I may not like how he said it, but he's not wrong. If I look at the way that my friends are moving, what my friends are teaching their children, how everything is going right now, everybody is going down the wrong path. And I don't want my daughters going down that same path like everyone else. This hot girl summer and, you know what I'm saying, wearing all this crazy nonsense, acting like they for the streets. I want my daughters or my daughter to be successful when it comes to actually finding a man, getting married at a young age, having some children, and growing old with somebody that honestly cares about her. I'm just saying, I kind of get that from this young lady, man. I think she's moving a lot.
And waiting is a horrible decision.
Now, I didn't say I didn't want her to be in a relationship. I just didn't want her to really just seal the deal until she's.
Oh, so you want her to have sex without commitment?
Yeah. Yeah, come on, mom. Come on, mom. Come on. Don't, yeah, you know what it is.
Oops.
Dang.
Yeah,
Look,
like I said, I said it. You want her to get out there and live her life, ride the carousel. So this is a mother.
ride the D carousel. Yo.
I understand, and you think that's helping her. Get out here. Let me ask you, as what do you think your daughter is going to learn dating this guy that's going to help her be with this guy?
Mm, damn.
Nothing, because nothing.
Thank you. So what you just said, relationship means nothing.
Wow.
Dating is dumb.
Right.
It's dumb. You don't need to date this guy to learn how to be with this guy. You need to be with the man and learn how that man flows.
Right.
See, you haven't asked yourself questions from the men's side. It's just been, I want my daughter to have options and be happy and make her choices. No, they need to be guided. They need to be told that you don't need to be out here dating and doing, you need to actually preserve.
Dating and doing this. Man, come on, Kel. Kel's showing out, man. But again, take the laughter away from it. Really, really sound advice because she lost her husband, unfortunately, and that's definitely nothing to laugh or joke about, man. But you know, those young ladies really need guidance, and I'm not saying that it's not going to or it can't come from the mother, because I believe that it most certainly can. But I don't think that this mother, has honestly, or she may have, you know what I mean? And maybe just kind of got lost in the sauce along the way. But when I think about most guys, most men, they move and they think in logic and they try to look at the bigger picture. Like, what is the purpose of you dating this guy? Like, what is the end goal? Like, is he looking to be married? Like, instead of, because I've heard a lot of women say, listen, I don't want to scare this guy off with talking about marriage. Why not? No, let's talk about marriage. No, let's talk about being in a relationship. Let's talk about building. And if that scares him off, then so be it. I don't care, what this guy looks like, what type of car he drives, how big his house is, how much money he has. None of those things matter if y'all are not on the same page, if y'all are not pushing towards the same goal. And again, when I think about the guys that I know that moves in logic, they're going to be prepping their daughters for that. And any guy that's not coming with that type of attitude or whatever you want to call it, then you need to kick rocks, bro. You need to keep it pushing. All right. We are trying to get our daughter married. And if you're not heading down that path, respectfully, you need to step off. Plain and simple. And I don't want my daughter out here sleeping or just being with me and just to be with me and to get the experience. No. My daughter is our princess, and she's going to carry herself like a princess. She's going to keep her body guarded until she meets a guy that's going to honestly cherish her, cherish that, and understands that, I'm going to value my wife. My wife is going to value me. That's, you know, help her to understand what it is to be or to cooperate with a man. Instilling those morals, those values into her. And again, it's unfortunate that her dad is no longer here. Her and this young lady's husband is no longer here. But if you're not getting that information, if you're not getting the right information, then she definitely did a great job of calling into the show. And I hope and pray that she honestly listened to what he was saying, not
Value.
how it's coming
Because let
across.
me tell you, especially for men that are worth something, I asked this question on Monday. Ladies, what do you have to offer a man that you want, what he wants, that you haven't given to another man?
Yeah, I wish I was able to join that. I watched it after.
So dating, I get it. You're trying to give your daughter options, but we need to give them parameters.
There it is.
parameters,
Guidance.
and understanding that men are not the enemy, men are not something to be feared,
Guidance.
and like it or not, that unless you are in the 6% of women earning 6 figures or more, you're not going to make enough money to live this life. For example, if you live in Dallas, Houston, Austin, someplace where the cost of living is 100%, if a woman from age 25 to
And the young lady, you know what I mean? Let me see. Hold on. And the young lady looked like she's trying to carry it. She don't look like she got on a buttload of makeup. I can't really tell by her hair. Hopefully she's wearing her own hair, and you know, she's not out here dressed like she for the streets or anything, man. Hey,
retirement age 65
set
that's
her up,
making
man. Set her up.
$50,000 a year, that's almost twice as much as the average Black woman. If she was making that $50,000 a year and getting a cost of living raise of 3% over a 40-year career, and over that 40-year career, she put away $200 a month. By the time she reached retirement age, she would still have a shortfall for retirement of almost $800,000.
Good.
You're going to need between 65 and 85, $2.7 million to retire on.
Wow.
And one person can't do it. These countries aren't set up for single people,
They're not.
middle class. So there is no getting through the end to the end of life by single. So unless she's going to make $150,000, $200,000 a year and be smart with it, you need to get with a man, build with a man, stay with him, and learn how to cooperate with him, not worry about the ups and downs and go through all this stuff through marriage. Turn in tomorrow, because I think this is going to be a good lead-in conversation to how mothers, and I make the provision that I don't think mothers intentionally fail their daughters. And we have already seen how mothers can fail sons. That's why you get men out here who don't know how to lead.
The mothers fail their daughters all the time.
But we don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's
We
not
don't talk about it because
about where they failed at.
Mhm.
Daughters.
Women don't talk about where their mothers fail their daughters because it's going against the sister code, and the women have respect for their mothers. And it's like a really weird.
The girl code, the sister code, the girl code and the sister code. I speak about this stuff a lot of times as well, man. Always being on code. And it's so crazy that some of them been doing it for so long that they don't even realize it. They don't even realize that you know you on code right now, right? What? And then you basically map out and like paint the picture like, oh, yeah. Yeah, you've been on girl code. Every time something goes left or whatever, you know, a guy's trying to point out some facts, hold somebody accountable. You have so many that would jump on that doggone girl code so quick. They want to be right so bad. Instead of you trying to be right, like let's win together. All right. Wrong is wrong. And if this person is wrong, then we're gonna call them out on their BS. And you know, they're gonna acknowledge it and they're gonna try to grow from that. All right. We're not gonna continue to run in the victim Olympics and continue to make mistakes.
Weird thing, because it's like I can't speak out, especially in the Black community. You don't question mama. We gotta question mama, because
now understand this. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous, especially if you living up under mama's roof. Listen, and I'm gonna say I understand. Hey, if you are still living up under your mama's roof, I mean, most of the people on here are, you know, over certain ages. So hopefully, you guys are not in your still in your mom's house. But if you are, you know, if you're watching this for whatever reason, you still are, I would understand why, you know, you can't technically hold your mom or whoever accountable, your aunt or whoever you stand. I can understand
our community, because we are where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this is a good call. I'll use this as a lead in.
Yeah.
Remember, everybody don't deserve marriage. We have to earn marriage. Men have to earn the right to look for a wife, because you got to be able to provide. Yeah. And a woman has to earn the title of being wife, because that separates herself from the other women who just out there doing what they got no business doing.
Right.
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye. So I think that was good, man.
Man,
We got to have more conversations like that. And I think it's going to be a hard conversation tomorrow night for women to understand that their mothers have failed them. Girl, don't worry about no man. Go to college, get a degree, become independent, learn how to take care of yourself. And then you get out here and you're amongst the men, and the men are like, all we can do is date and have sex. There's nothing to build on because your job is number one. Your job is your husband. Well, your job ain't taken up, either your job
I'm a PhD.
or your dog or your cat. If you have a kid, men are trying to compete for the 4th, 5th, or 6th spot.
ain't happening.
The job, the pet,
Ain't happening.
God, kid, girlfriends.
I can understand God, but
Men are competing for the other hand.
wow. Man. Talk about freaking powerful, bro. Good grief, man. Listen. What up? What's going on? Ultimate Red Pill channel. What up, Andrew? What's kicking? I want to say this, guys. Let me say this real quick. So, I understand that the live was a little
What do you
bit
got?
different today. We went live at a crazy time, didn't necessarily announce it, which is why, not too many comments, not too many people on this post, but I actually appreciate it because this is something that's a little bit different. We actually end up tapping way ahead. We end up scrolling way ahead, man, and kind of jumping into this because I'm not gonna lie, I actually miss those type of conversations and stuff that he had with those type of women, the women that again wasn't extremely combative. And I mean, it's cool for clicks and views, but as far as trying to really extract the information out of those videos, it's hard, man. It's extremely hard. And we didn't start this channel for clicks and views. We didn't start it for subscribers. We didn't start it for anything crazy, man. We started this thing because we wanted to build an empire. We wanted to, of course, get good information and give good information. And I just want to make sure that we continue to remain on this path. But again, I do miss those conversations that he used to have with older and younger women, because there were some younger women that he could speak with, and they were open and willing to listen to the things that he said and the knowledge and the advice that he gave. So to those women, got to salute y'all, man. Again, I cannot wait to get to this point where we're able actually to do a little bit more deep diving into these type of videos. Now, those videos may be pre-recorded. I'm thinking about starting to get to the pre-recording phase because how everything is set up right now, man. I'm gonna be on a set schedule really soon, so I'll post the times that we're gonna be going live every week. So you guys will have like a little schedule, man, and y'all already know. I'll already know. That'll help me, navigate a little bit better between all these different channels instead of, just posting all over the place on some of these channels and trying to go live around the same time on this channel. But anyway, to the video, I just want to say this. You have to separate yourself from the rest. For the few young ladies that was asking about me giving advice to women, here is my advice to you. All right. I don't know, how much advice I'm going to be giving to women, how long I'm going to be doing this. Definitely going to be trying to coach the men and get the men up to par. But anyway, you have to separate yourself from the rest. And where you start is up top, your head, your mindset. A lot of y'all are going to have to unlearn the things that were taught to you growing up. A lot of y'all are going to have to stop watching certain type of content, stop watching, different TV shows and different movies, because those things oftentimes cloud your judgment. And you have a lot of women out, a lot of decent women out here making bad decisions. And it's honestly stemming from that. a lot of y'all would be great as wives, but you're allowing the wrong type of people to come into your life. You're listening to the wrong type of content, and it's honestly causing a lot of y'all to remain single or get into situationships with F boys and get yourself into, well, on that dog. I'm trying to put this in a way that we're not being, nasty. But bottom line is, I'm gonna fill, y'all can fill in the blank. You got to stop getting out here and doing what. Just sleeping around with random guys, having random people. Your body is your temple. You need to respect that thing. All right. You need to respect your body. You need to be taking care of your body, making sure that you're putting in the right things and you're blocking all the wrong things. This is why I always talk about working out, eating better, drinking plenty of water. Protect and take care of that temple. Guard yourself. Guard, guard that thing down there. Do not allow anybody to have that. That thing is precious. You need to cherish that thing. And if a guy is coming up to you and he's not looking to build, he's not looking to stick around and be around long term, then you need to let that guy go. You need to stay away from people that don't have your best interests at heart. And it's a lot of them out here. A lot of them out here, they got one mindset. I'm just trying to get me. As long as I get me, I'm good. I'm cool. A lot of y'all you're taking the wrong steps. You want to get to that spot. You want to become that wife and all those other things, but you're listening to the wrong people and you're digesting the wrong type of content. And a lot of y'all are going to have to distance yourself from some of those friends, because some of your friends are stuck. They have the same type of mentality that they had in high school. The only thing that's changed is I'm just trying to get money now. That's it. I'm just trying to get an education now. But if you're watching this channel, I believe y'all honestly want to get with one man, a man that you value, and a guy that values you. I want to be on a person's program that I love, I respect, I value, and nothing else matters in this doggone world. And it's going to take a lot of y'all are going to lose or have to step away from people that y'all probably rock with the long way. And that's the God honest truth. A lot of y'all are going to have to separate yourself from some lifelong friends, some family members. But at the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, when we look at the bigger picture, and 5-10 years from now, when that person is, that friend, that family member is still living the type of life that they're living, do I honestly want to continue to be where I'm at right now? Or do I want to honestly get out here, level up, be the person that I've always wanted to be, and be able to enjoy my time with that person that I want to be with and that wants to be with me? It all starts with your mindset. All right. It starts with that mindset. I want to be a wife. It starts with the mindset that I'm going to take care of myself physically, mentally, and emotionally. If I'm not there yet, then I'm going to use this time to work on me. So when I do meet the guy that I'm supposed to be with, I'm not going to fumble. I'm going to do what I need to do on the front end and on the back end. So when I do get that guy, I understand that I need to maintain and try and still actively work on becoming the best version of myself each and every day. Every day I'm working on that thing. No matter what, I'm still grinding. Even if you get or even when you do get your man, your mindset is still there. My mindset is still to keep grinding, keep pushing, because I'm going to make sure that he has something to hold on to and he got something to look at every day. All right. Dropped y'all a few jewels real quick, man. Again, I appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. To the few people, I apologize for not, putting any comments or anything on the screen. But I appreciate everybody that stopped through, show some love, man. Hit that like button, comment it down below. Again, this weekend I will be camming up, guys. We have a company that I'm going to be a brand ambassador for. I've actually been in contact with a few different companies, so a few of these live streams will be sponsored moving on. All right, so Katie is not just posting content just to post content anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting to the point now where, you know, I'm helping you guys and it's helping me. Beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing when you do things because, you know, you really love what you're doing. This is just another bonus. This is just an add-on, man. Being able to you know, get paid and get products and stuff sent to me that I'm gonna use and the things that I need every day, man. It's a huge bonus, man. It's definitely an honor. And I definitely have to give thanks to you guys because y'all are the reason why we got to where we are right now. I appreciate y'all, man. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. Y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.